All right. Secretary Haley, could you write down the time for Board of Public Works to start? And then we will.
Certainly.
Thank you. And then we'll go to letter A. Could you take roll call, please, for us?
Alderman Schmidt,
Here.
Alderman Tom Grady,
Here.
Alderman Ted Grady,
Here.
Alderman Rapella,
Here.
Alderman Nichols,
Here.
Alderman Taylor,
Here.
Alderman Sevenick,
Here.
Alderman Langdon.
Here.
All are present.
Thank you, Clerk Kramer. Letter C is the minutes to approve the Board of Public Works meeting on 5/3/21. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Alderman Taylor. Here you are.
I'll make a
Alderman
motion
Taylor.
to approve the Board of Public Works 5/3/21.
Second. We got a motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Ted Grady. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nay. Minutes are approved. Thank you. Now we'll move down to the discussion/action items. To start it off, do I have a motion? Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll make a motion for item 1 to approve payment to Summers Construction Company, Inc., contract unit number 2021-06, Baldwin Street reconstruction, $54,899.50, payment number 3.
Thank you. I have a motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Tom Grady. Any discussion? Director Adam. Director Corey? Okay. Yeah, I should have.
The project is pretty much wrapped up at this point. So we'll be going through final quantities with the contractor, and hopefully there'll be just one more payment.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion. Clerk Kramer, roll call, please.
Alderman Schmidt, Alderman Schmidt,
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Rapella,
Aye.
Alderman Nichols,
Aye.
Alderman Taylor,
Aye.
Alderman Sevenick,
Aye.
Alderman Sevenick,
Aye.
Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you. Number 2, do I have a motion? Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will make a motion for payment to Iron Construction Company, Inc., contract unit number 2020-06, Public Works Facility Construction Project in the amount of $75,233.74, payment number 14.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Ann Schmidt. So I had a motion by Alderman James Taylor and a second by Alderman Ann Schmidt. Discussion, Adam? Director Adam?
Thank you, Chair. This is progress payment number 14 for the activities for the month of April. It consists primarily of site work, the rest of the site work, the rest of the electrical, and some of the concrete.
Thank you. Any questions? Alderman Taylor?
No, sir. I was just waiting to vote.
Okay, gotcha. Clerk Kramer, roll call, please. Or roll call. Yeah.
Alderman Schmidt,
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Rapella,
Aye.
Alderman Nichols, Alderman Nichols, Alderman Taylor,
Aye.
Alderman Sevenick,
Aye.
Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you, Clerk Kramer. Number 3, do I have a motion? Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will make a motion for payment to Myra Construction Company, Inc., contract unit number 2020-06, Public Works Facility Construction Project, in the amount of $383,724.46, payment number 15.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second by Alderman Ann Schmidt. Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Ann Schmidt. Director Adam?
Yes, thank you, Chair. So this should be the final payment. And what we're trying to send in would be the rest of the site concrete work, the asphalt paving, and then the retainage. We kind of, instead of waiting for the end of the month, in light of what's going to take place next week as far as the revenue bond sales, we pushed to get this through. So this is the final payment for expenses. There will be one more item coming through, a change order to zero out the contract and finalize it, probably at our next meeting. But this is it, so we're about $467,000 under budget.
Ooh. Oh, wow. That is fantastic. Is there any discussion? Seeing no one, Clerk Kramer, roll call, please.
Alderman Schmidt,
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Rapella,
Aye.
Alderman Nichols, Alderman Taylor,
Aye.
Alderman Sevenick,
Aye.
Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you, Clerk Kramer. Number 4, do I have a motion? Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will make a motion to recommend to award contract unit number 2021-08, Public Works Facility Cold Storage Building. The company MJI Building Services LLC in the amount of $224,350.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Second. Second by Alderman Tom Grady. Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Tom Grady. Director Adam?
Thank you, Chair. So what you have here in front of you is, if you recall, a couple of weeks ago, we approached you folks to authorize us to put out for bid the construction of cold storage facility. So we did take bids. At that time, this was probably 5-6 weeks ago, we were figuring on the slightly smaller building of about 104 by 60 feet, we figured in the $185,000 range. If you look at the bids that we did receive, we did alternate bid. It's based upon conversations that we had with Alderman Nichols. She suggested it. We're looking at probably it's about 12% higher than what we anticipated 4 or 5, 6 weeks ago. And then if you look at the last page, outside of the contracts, we just haven't even mentioned how much we have saved. We are going to run over in a few other areas. So what we did is we took the overall budget, what we anticipated, just to sort of see where we're going to really come in at. And that's where without spending any additional money here for this cold storage building, we're about $323,000 to the good, which I think puts us in a position to actually construct what we originally had intended, 120 by 60 square foot building, which is not only just for us. There would be 2 areas in there, secure areas for the police department as well. So we are recommending at this time to award this contract to MGI and get our cold storage facility built. When we started this process, we weren't sure that we were going to get a wash bay. We were pretty certain we wouldn't get cold storage or both. We would do one or the other. Here we are, we're in a position, what are we, about 12, 13, 14 months later, we are in a position to get everything. Still be a little bit under budget.
Awesome. Any discussion?
Yes,
Alderman Nichols?
thank you.
You bet.
And you got a canopy.
And we got the can.
Oh.
Thank you.
You are correct.
All right. Thank you for bringing that up, Alderman Becky.
Yes.
Awesome.
And so at the end of the day, I just want to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. This is a contract for a larger cold storage facility than the one you originally anticipated.
What I brought to the board, yes, a couple weeks ago, we were gonna go with the 104 by 60. After putting this out for bid, seeing we got our final pricing from, or a final invoice from Myron, we had a good chance to really see where the whole project is gonna come in at, feel comfortable that we can go with the 60 by 120.
Great. I'm glad you went ahead with the alternate
Yep.
bid suggestion, and it worked out. I think it's the right thing to do for the next 60 years.
Yep.
So, thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing no one, roll call, Clerk Kramer, please. Oh, I'm sorry, Alderman
That's
James?
okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Adam, it's a really good price. I echo what Alderman Nichols says. And with the Myron being done here with that final, where does the landscaping money come in?
If you look on that final page of the memo, on our breakdown, you'll see it's in there. 18,000. Right there, you'll see add back values and then fence, flagpole, and landscaping. It's built into that 18,500. We have the trees already in hand or on site. The plant material has been ordered. I think it's just a matter of picking it up. We are in the process of doing some of the landscaping ahead of our open house for the Public Works Week for Thursday. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
Any other further discussion? Seeing no one, Clerk Kramer, roll call, please.
Alderman Schmidt,
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Rapella,
Aye.
Alderman Nichols,
Aye.
Alderman Taylor,
Aye.
Alderman Sevenick,
Aye.
Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you. Before I ask for a motion, on this, number 5, Director Corey, gave me a phone call, to talk about this, and, he explained everything to me, what he wants to do, and so I allowed this to be on the agenda. So do I have a motion? Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll make a motion to reject contract unit number 2021-01, street construction and rehabilitation of various streets.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second it.
Second by Alderman Ann Schmidt. Director Corey.
Thank you. Last week we received bids for our standard project that we typically put out, primarily most of our streets throughout the year. What we've been trying to do is incorporate sewer laterals as part of that work. Part of that, we were looking to do approximately approximately 110 laterals with that. With the bids that we received, the sanitary sewer portion of that came in very high, significantly. And looking at numbers that we paid last year, looking at numbers from surrounding communities, I don't feel comfortable paying those numbers. Last year we paid roughly $6,000 a piece for laterals, and we're looking at close to $12,000 this year. It's important, in my mind, to start tackling some of these laterals, but not at that price. I don't feel comfortable. So at this point, I would like to exclude those from this year's project. We have a handful of them that we do want to get out of the road, and we're going to take care of those. The street department or another contractor, just to get those out of the road so we don't have to worry about them. But maybe only 10 laterals that we're looking to do with that. The rest of them, we're looking just to leave them go. We've done it many years leading up to this point, but hopefully we can come up with a solution to tighten up these numbers. There are significant issues pipe and things of that nature this year. I'm being told that pipe is more than doubled in price. There is a significant amount of work out there. We tried to put flexibility into our bid to allow contractors to work on some of this stuff later, but didn't work with that. I'm not quite sure why. So we'd like to rebid this. We are looking to advertise this week, advertise next week, and then the next council meeting. I would look to potentially talking with Alderman Langdon, have a special Board of Public Works meeting before the council meeting, approving the contract, and then bring it right to council and approve it all on the same day so that we're staying on the same schedule that we would if this were approved today.
Thank you. Any questions? Alderman Sevenick.
Sort of answered some of mine, but so you're looking then to rebid it as basically as soon as possible.
Correct.
Were there specific streets that this was an issue?
The overpricing or
Yeah.
the high pricing?
Yeah.
The street portion of the project or the bid came in actually favorable. I believe we were under budget with those. It was specifically the sanitary sewer, and there was laterals kind of sprinkled throughout all of the streets.
Okay, so pretty much all of them. All right.
Jefferson, I believe, all had lateral required now.
All right.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
Yes,
Alderman Becky,
thank you.
you bet.
You have listed here, street construction and rehabilitation, various locations. Can you review what streets those are, please?
We are looking at Nicolay Boulevard from Elm to Annis Street. We are looking at Milwaukee Street, 7th to 9th. We are looking at 8th Street, Milwaukee, from Milwaukee to De Pere. Jefferson Street from De Pere to Appleton Road. Southfield Drive from Manitowoc Road to Midway Road, and then all of the original Lake Park Villas.
Okay, and then,
Excuse me, also there are a couple temporary asphalt streets with
Okay.
which binder for some stuff.
okay. You also mentioned in your memo that, or you talk about these sanitary lateral replacements. Is this the portion that's on private property or the street, or in the street?
Both. Most of the laterals, we were looking to replace them from the main to the home, with the exception, we did not look at any of the laterals on Nicolay Boulevard because that sanitary sewer is in the terrace now. So any rehabilitation work there wouldn't require work in the street. Did not look at the laterals on Nicolay Boulevard just because our main concern right now is trying to get these laterals out of the street.
Okay, so you have two separate things going on here. You have laterals in the street. Help me understand this. I'm envisioning something like the water main project that's going on where the mains of the big pipes are in the street and then there's the connection in the terrace that goes to the house. I'm assuming sanitary is the same way?
Correct. So you have the main in the street, typically the sanitary main is on in the center of the street. And then the lateral is what runs from your house and carries your sewage to the sanitary main in the street. So at the least we are looking to try and get the laterals out of the street. And we did reach out to a number of the residents and requested permission to do the laterals all the way to their homes. And those people had indicated that they were willing to participate in that. At this point, we would potentially leave that option up to them, but I don't feel comfortable forcing them to pay that money for that.
So just relating to that issue, I'm suggesting that perhaps we can reach out to Menasha Utilities and see how they deal with the water main, the water lateral replacement with contractors, and if something can be done similar to what they're doing.
We've asked the Menasha Utilities to come on our contract so that there is less coordination. We've asked them to come on our contract because then it is one general that is scheduling the subcontractors. Right now, they're on their own, and then a lot of times we're trying to follow them with our street department and do the miscellaneous curb and concrete sidewalk, things of that nature. And it hasn't been receptive. And we've talked internally of different ways that we can try and coordinate these projects together, but ultimately, yes, it would be good to be on the same contract. We did do that with the portion of Broad Street a number of years ago prior to the DOT contract. We didn't necessarily care for it because it was, in my mind, you would have a contract in one entity, pay the bills, and then bill the other entity. You were approving payments to the contractor along with them approving their own payments to the contractor. And they closed their portion of the contract out, and then we came and closed our portion of the contract out. And in my mind, that's confusing, and it shouldn't be done that way. It should be one entity approving the payments and the contract and change orders and all of that, and then turn around and bill the other entity. No different than what we did on Abbey Street. Nina took the lead on Abbey Street last year, and at the end of the project, they gave us a breakdown with bills and the costs for our portions of that contract, rather than Menasha Utilities paying $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 for a payment, and then us turning around and making a $15,000, $20,000 payment because those were the items that were paid for on our. So we're trying to work towards a combined project of some sorts. What the ultimate outcome of that would be, I don't know at this point.
So we have had conversations to do that, and like Corey says, is, I don't know if I'd say that they're totally unreceptive, but there are some difficulties and some challenges in making it work. One of them is timing. have to have their plans state approved like in June the year before. You know, we've been struggling and trying to get ourselves caught up and ahead so that we can actually sit down and help. We've offered to provide design for them, and then that's one step in getting us closer to having one contract and being able to do it jointly, I guess. And I would think that there would be some savings in doing that. I know that they're a little hesitant on this, on whether or not there's really going to be savings, but we've had discussions and we are working towards that.
And what I'm specifically talking about is we have a water lateral and a sewer lateral that goes to the house. Now, some folks with lead laterals had to have those replaced, and that is done by the contractor. But it's always been at, you know, a couple $1,000, not $12,000. And so if the city could work with their contractors, and maybe it's part of the bidding process, I don't know how it works, but there has to be, to have that taken care of at a reasonable price, and it's billed to the property owner, not to the city.
Talking two different things here.
I know that I'm talking two different things, but I'm talking about the concept.
Their concept of replacing the water services. So I believe what they've done with this contract, and I'm not 100% sure, I believe that they took and put additional lateral work, random locations throughout the city. They allow that contractor to come in and do that whenever they want, because they're not, if they're digging in the street, then they're just coming to the city, they're putting cold mix in it, and the city's going in there and putting a patch in the street, where a lot of them, they're going from the water shut off in the terrace to the home. And that contractor might do those laterals in December. They might do them, they're not doing them now. You know, they might do them when they're replacing the main on Nicolay Boulevard, or the main on Milwaukee Street, or the main on 8th Street as part of that project, but they're not randomly around the city right now replacing the laterals.
They were earlier this spring.
This spring, they were
Yeah.
ahead of starting these larger projects, which
Yeah.
was held up with the change order that was approved for the Buy America and things of that nature.
I agree with you that $12,000 is not an acceptable price. I agree with you there. My line of questioning and thinking is that there has to be a way for us to get that reduced and get these things replaced, because they have to be replaced. Having said that, so you're still going to focus on getting things out of the street though and into the terrace.
Correct, that's our goal, and one solution, or one possible solution to that, is potentially doing the utility work a year in advance, because it allows more flexibility in a schedule for that, and then it allows flexibility in a street contract schedule to be able to do that. It also gives you the availability, or it also gives you the chance to have those utility trenches settled before you're putting the final street up. There's pros and cons to that. You're tearing a street up 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
But it's a possible solution, because last year, I don't know how many of you are aware of it, but they held our project up last week because they wouldn't allow the contractor to start. So it put us in a crunch trying to get all of our work done ahead of our contractor to meet our deadline for our paving. We had multiple contractors and multiple crews working on the same street when they could have, should have been out of the way. So by being a year in advance, that kind of takes some of that out of the equation. So there's things that we have to internally talk about and try to come up with a solution. That is one option. It's not my favorite option, but it is an option. Ultimately, we would probably be better off being on one contract.
And 2 weeks ago, or at our last meeting, I was worried that these would come in really high, and that has happened. And so I hope that with a rebid, we can get things more in line, although we won't be getting all the work done that we anticipated. So that part is unfortunate. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Alderman Sevenick.
Yeah, last year was a mess, and I guess you're talking about the Pierce Street and 7th Street area where they were pretty much crossing one another and getting
Correct.
one another's way and stuff. And I don't want to go on too long, but I just think someone needs, and I know Corey's been doing this because Corey's talked to me about this before, but we need to take the bull by the horns here and work this and resolve this, because this is, I just don't want to go there because I'll get too upset. It's very upsetting for me that, and you know, listening to Adam's being such a diplomat over here about the whole thing, but we need to work that out. But okay, so Corey, what makes you think that by just rebidding that we're going to get ourselves in a better situation? And does this not delay things further because of rebidding it?
No, it doesn't.
No.
And the reason I say that is I would ask that we have a special Board of Public Works meeting, 7th of June,
Okay.
ahead of the council meeting. And, you know, if approved at that, it automatically goes to the council meeting after that, and it is all approved in the same night, rather than
All right.
Board of Public Works.
That helps.
And we would, in essence, be approving the contract on the same day that we would have if
Okay.
it was today.
All right, good.
All righty, any further discussion? Seeing no one, Clerk Kramer, roll call, please.
Alderman Schmidt,
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Rapella,
Aye.
Alderman Nichols,
Aye.
Alderman Taylor,
Aye.
Alderman Sevenick,
Aye.
Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Motion carries 8-0.
For Clerk Kramer. Number 6, do I have a motion? Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll make a motion as recommended, the installation at the Public Works Facility for the solar voltaic system by Fake Technologies, proposed roof-mounted solar PV system at the cost of $175 and $795.00, utilizing the WPPI Member Energy Efficiency and Renewable Loan Program.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Cool. Second by Patty. Director Adam.
Thank you, Chair. So we've been trying to do something renewable wise. We had plans, we beefed up the roof out there, to be able to support the weight of it. We did get some grant money in like 2019, hoping that we'd have it done. I'll be able to build in 2019, we can give some of that grant money back. Things sort of changed, and our goal was to try and get our simple payback under 10 years. Because of the renewable loan program, it's a 10-year amortization. We did submit, get the WPPI grant for $20,000. We know we're going to get the prescribed rebate from Focus on Energy. Unfortunately, we did not, we're not awarded the TSC grant, which would have definitely put us under 10-year simple payback. However, in talking with the mayor and others, that we feel as though that the time is right, the numbers are good enough. The warranty period on the panels, they're 25 years now, and that 25 years, they're guaranteeing, warranting at least 85% efficiency. The inverter, and to be honest with you, I don't have that cost right in front of me, but you're looking at a warranty of 12 years, so you know that this equipment's going to, we'll have it paid off before any of this equipment probably will or may fail. I guess we're on board. We really would like to do something out there. In this, there is going to be sort of like a dashboard monitoring system so that we can see the performance of it, and we can place it out on our website. So there's some education opportunities here. So we're excited about this opportunity to do this.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Alderman Tedrati? Oh, sorry, Alderman Taylor?
Yeah, thank you. Very soon, cities and our personal lives are going to be affected by carbon footprints. And certainly the solar industry is, no pun intended, but heating up along with the environment. And I'm really glad that we're out in front of this. It shows that we're proactive. It's something we can all be proud of, and on top of our new facility. And I'm glad we took the measures to have this system put in. And Adam, is this your last meeting?
Yes, I believe so.
We're not there. We're not there yet.
I'd just like to take a moment to.
James, hold on.
Yeah.
Alderman Taylor, hold on, please.
Yeah.
Hold on. Alderman Tedrati.
Yes, Director Adam, are we able or can we use any of the contingency funds to support any of this solar costs?
We had talked about that internally. Again, you can see what's there. After the cold storage, we should be in that $100,000 range, potentially. However, I guess how we looked at it is that 0% interest. So whatever we're saving, we're using just to sort of pay off the equipment. We're not servicing any real debt. That's why we opted not to. It's sort of, it's right at that time, and maybe what we're paying for electricity, 10 years from now, maybe we will actually have it paid off under that 10 years.
Thank you.
See no one, Clerk Kramer, roll call, please.
Alderman Schmidt,
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady,
Aye.
Alderman Rapella,
Aye.
Alderman Nichols, Alderman Nichols,
Aye.
Alderman Taylor,
Aye.
Alderman Sevenick,
Aye.
Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Clerk
8-0.
Kramer.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay,
I would like to comment.
James. Oh, James. Hold on. I added, none of you have this on your agenda, but I added a number 7 to this agenda, and I'm going to let Mayor Merkus take it.
So we just wanted to also wish Adam a happy retirement. This is his last official meeting. I don't know if he'll be at the special meeting in a week or so, but Adam has been with the city through a number of years, doing everything from maintenance to running the department. So we've got some really interesting things that have happened over the years, improved our best practices. The accounting skills that Adam has are incredible. Started the program that basically the city garage fund and our replacement fund, along with Tim Jacobson and others. We shepherded the public works facility through, which was something that we had never kind of envisioned would happen within your time here. And just in the past couple of years, you've done a really good job coaching the next generation and the people that are working in the department so that we're ready to take on the next challenges of public works. So we appreciate everything you've done over the years for us. I know you're kind of humble and don't want all the attention placed upon you, but I think it's well deserved. And we hope that you look forward to your happy retirement and get to do some fun things with your family as well.
It's been an honor.
Alderman Taylor,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
welcome.
Just like to take this
Thank you
moment.
for holding off. Thank you for holding off when I was
That's okay.
pushing on.
I didn't know you had that going on. That's fine. I'd just like to take
okay.
a moment. I think back when Adam and Tim and a secretary shared a little room off the city garage, and little room it was, and everything was stacked up in there. There was no room, and the bathroom door was right in front of Tim's desk, and so that wasn't a very, very good work environment. But Adam's always had the can-do attitude. He's always had the attitude just to get the job done, and he always listened, but he'd always tell you the other side of it, and somehow, in the middle there, we come to an agreement on things. For 20 years, we've talked about a public works facility, and others only dreamed about it, and it happened to fall under Adam's watch. There's a lot of other people that were involved with this, but Adam's the one the last 2 years had the sleepless nights, probably slept with a notebook on his nightstand when he woke up, thinking about this, thinking about that. And it's just all the moving parts with this building and the efficiencies with it. It's a monumental task for someone to have to put that all together and think about that for that period of time. And Adam is a guy that just gets it done. He doesn't want any credit for this or that. Like the summer when he took over the swimming pool and ran the swimming pool all summer for us. His truck was there at night. It was there early in the morning. And that's just the type of guy he was. And his crews all appreciate his management style. And Menasha is a better place that Adam, Alex worked in this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Taylor. Any further discussion? Seeing no one, motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Ann Schmidt. All those who signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nay, we're adjourned.